Hello, and welcome to my review of the 2017 Alpkit Numo sleeping mat. That arrived today. It's only just been released this week, I think. I pre-ordered it a few weeks ago for the Alpkit website, and this is it. It's arrived. So I've torn open the packet just to see what it was, but I haven't opened it yet. Now, something I have to say about it before we go was it cost me about $39.99 off the Alpkit website, including free delivery, and I've seen them on eBay go for that price, if not more, for the older versions. So if you want one of these mats, take a look at the Alpkit website first, I'd say. Just, I don't know whether the price was because it was a pre-order or if that's the actual price. All I know is that it was better to get a brand new one than it would have been an older one. Plus, from reviews I've read, the older ones had several design flaws which have hopefully been accounted for in this, but we'll get through that anyway. So, have a look. Right, we have the sleeping mat, and they give you their Outpost catalogue, which is nice. A handwritten thank you, even nicer. Anyway, right, leave that to the side. Okay, so here we have the Alpkit sleeping mat. Now that packs down pretty well. Very well. What's that? Not too much bigger than a 15cm ruler, I guess, in length. And if you squeeze it up, well, yeah, not very big at all. Doesn't weigh much, but I'll get the scales out later and have a look, I think. I'll roll it back up and then we'll have a look. So, in our pack we have a stuff sack. We have a small puncture repair kit in the same material this is made of. So I guess you can hide it, put that back in there. And we have the mat itself. Very nice. Move the other way. So fold that out. Now, it's the same material on the front and back. Some mats I know have a more robust lower material for the underside and a slightly weaker material on the top. However, this is good both sides. Feels nice and strong, doesn't feel like it's going to tear or rip easily. So, inflation valve. We have one of these sort of, I didn't expect that to be fair, but we have one of the inflatable valves you find on a lot of self-inflating foam mats where you open it up, you can blow the air in to help the foam, and then when you roll it up you can squeeze it closed. Now I recently borrowed the Alpkit Numo, a model I don't think they make anymore, and that had traditional style sort of popper valve but it was just open or closed in it. So I was going to use this big old pumping mat to try and get this inflated. We'll see if it will work. There are various sort of pumps you can get for beds like this, and I think if I was out in the field I probably would just blow it up by air, but seeing as it's new and I'm just demonstrating, I'll use a pump if it fits over the nozzle. So I can use it. Right, I'll stop the camera and I'll inflate this and see how long it takes. Okay, right, I've inflated it. It took me 1 minute 30 seconds to inflate it with quite a substantial foot pump. So if you've got to blow it up with air, I can imagine it'd take you a little while if you're using your lungs. It inflates one baffle at a time, so as you're going along it feels like it's not inflating very well, but all it's doing is inflating this baffle first, then the next, all the way through to the end. Takes that. Now, lengthwise, it is just under 6 foot from end to end. So, well, yeah, it's almost exactly 6 foot from end to end. So it's not a bad length for the size of the pack, but I'll get in and have a look, see how it goes. Okay, right. Now, not too bad. As you can see, I've inflated it with quite a bit of give. When I was lying on it, it's still really comfortable. I've slept on the Numo, but I've not slept on the Numo, so very similar. I think the baffles were a slightly different shape on that, and it may have been ever so slightly wider, I can't remember. But feels very similar, it's good. These ridges keep you in the centre quite well. Even when I rolled over there, I sort of stayed in the centre. Now, if you're inside a bivvy bag, inside a sleeping bag, who knows how it's going to go. But hopefully it'll be alright. One of the problems I had when I did my wild camp, you may have seen, was my Vango self-inflating foam mat sort of stayed still, but as I rolled, the fabric of the sleeping bag on top of the slippy fabric of the mat would sort of slide around, and a few times in the night I woke up because my knees were on the hard ground or something where I'd sort of roll over a bit. Even in a tiny bivvy bag that was supposed to come off that. Whereas on this, these baffles are massive. I hope you would stay fairly central. That's quite good. So I'm impressed with that. Now I don't see why you couldn't sleep on the other side. I'm sure it doesn't really matter which way it goes round, being the same sort of material, but it's nice and light. You can move it round easily without any hassle in a confined space. Notice the fact that it'll roll up like that. So if you want to adjust it in the bivvy bag, I'm sure it'll be okay. Now, turn it round again. Okay, three things I'd read about the old versions of the Numo were one that you would have issues around the seams in the valves, issue around the seams in the baffles with leaks and things. People saying they'd used a puncture repair kit on it, and over a period of time they'd have to more and more puncture repair kits. So the mat would hold and the puncture repair kits did the job, just that it was prone to leaks. The second place that people said the very first one had a problem was around the valve. Now I believe, I've slept in the previous Lumo, but I don't know about the Numo, but it had a different valve I believe, and this has been redesigned so that it shouldn't be so bad, but people said it leaked around there and they had to apply 2 or 3 puncture repair kits over time. Time will tell on this, we'll see. And the third thing people said about I think it was the Lumo, they'd said it was that inside was an insulated layer around where the hips go, and over repeated use that would peel away from the inner, leaving it uninsulated. However, I'm not sure on this whether it has or not inside. I couldn't find that information out on the internet, if it has the sort of material around the hips area. But then people attributed that to blowing up with your lungs and introducing moisture on a cold day, and that would cause it to peel away over time. Who knows? Anyway, this is meant to be a lightweight sort of mat, not a heavily insulated one. Should keep you insulated off the ground, but I'd still use something underneath it perhaps to keep the body heat up. Compared to my Vango that I took last time, the foam one, the pack size is incredibly different. In fact, I could take this in some sort of small pump, I'd have no issues. It would take up considerably less space. Right, let's see how easy it is to deflate them. So open the valve up, and hear the air coming out. Now I can't work it out, see, the baffles are connected at the top or the bottom to each other. I think they're connected in the bottom. So. Yes, looks like it. I suppose I could have used the foot pump to deflate it, but I decided not to. Reasonable. Let's see. How was it folded up originally? It's folded in on itself, isn't it? Clearly, not the best way of folding it up. Right, finally packed it away. Now, I must admit, although it sort of loses its thickness very quickly back to a flat mat. The way the air goes through the baffles makes it very difficult to wrap it back up and get all the air out. I seem to have some residual air in here no matter how I've done it, so hello. So the pack size is bigger than it was originally. However, it's still very compact, and I think with a bit more practice I'll be able to sort it out. I'll do that off camera and have another go sometime. But very impressed so far with what I've seen, and having slept on Alpkit mats before, I'm looking forward to trying this one out. So we'll see on my next wild camp. Now the only thing I'll say is, as well is when I said this was a catalogue, it's not. It's a magazine. Obviously they've got their own items in here and things, but it's worth a read. Something interesting to have a look at. I don't plan another wild camp anytime soon, but I do need to get out, so I want to go out and try this. Hopefully I'll get one sorted. And I apologise for not having a video recently. I've been really busy, but I've got a few more gear reviews coming up in the meantime until I hopefully get out in the baby bag to see what I can do. If you're looking for a lightweight compact sleeper mat, I can recommend the Alpkit Numo. And as I say, have a look on their website, the price, rather than go on eBay or anything like that to start with. Then have a look on eBay, because this was actually cheaper direct from them with free delivery than it was to buy it on eBay. And yeah, I also need to find something to put underneath it. I think thermally insulating in winter or in the colder times. We'll have a look. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any comments or any questions about this mat, feel free to ask, and if I can go out in it soon, then obviously I'll have a review of that. So